Last year, I spoke about the tone and decorum of the council meetings. I'm pleased that despite differences of opinions on city matters, the council members have shown respect for others and for the rules of order. Unfortunately, Mayor Ortega, you have not. Most recently, at last week's work-study meeting, to try to bolster your unpopular opinion, you mischaracterized others' comments, especially mine, used irrelevant data, and tried to mislead with a poor analogy. First, you said that it was insulting to say that there aren't quality candidates in South Scottsdale. No, Mayor Ortega, that is not at all what I or others said. I pointed out factual and unambiguous data about potential outcomes in district-based elections. In no way did I characterize any area as having less qualified candidates. In the future, if you wish to quote me or other citizens, please do so accurately. If you're unable to do so, then please ask the citizen to repeat what they said. Second, regarding undervoting, you read and reread data while stating that undervoting is an indication of a lack of voter engagement and interest. Luckily, two members pointed out that, in fact, informed candidates use that as a strategy to improve the likelihood of election, and even suggested that you yourself have used that strategy. Even with your relevant data, you didn't point out that undervoting was far less last election than the prior two. Most importantly, if you had taken even a moment to review academic analysis, you would quickly have concluded that undervoting is not a strong indicator of engagement. In fact, voter turnout is the single best indicator of that. Moreover, studies have shown that district-based elections can suppress turnout. For example, see the 2003 study by Hajnal and Lewis. Lastly, while I understand you don't have a legal background, before comparing election policy to a jury of peers, perhaps you should have spoken to attorneys, whether prosecutors or defense. They would have pointed out that the primary strategy in jury selection is to identify jurors empathetic to their client. Characteristics such as education, job category, socioeconomic background, gender, family status, race, religion, sexual orientation, etc., are all far more important than whether a prospective juror lives 1, 10, or 20 miles away. Thankfully, the City Council demonstrated courage and voted you down on this matter. I thank them and the City Attorney for their efforts to ensure meaningful and honest dialogue while preserving the rules of order. Mayor Ortega, the office of Mayor of Scottsdale deserves its holder to be honest and dignified. Mischaracterization, misleading data, and using spurious analogies are not consistent with either quality. Perhaps it is you, Mayor, who underestimates the intelligence of our voters. That probably is not a good strategy. Though I have other things to do, I will continue to appear here to point out bad behaviors. Hopefully, there will come a day soon when I won't have to. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. ISHAC.